Hi, my name's Allie, and this is my journey of self-discovery. I want to give some context on how I kind of came to this idea of self-discovery. I would say it was probably the week before Christmas. I started listening to a different kind of Christmas music. It wasn't the typical pop Christmas music. It was more of like a jazzy, old classical Christmas, and I really liked it. So then I started listening to more big band jazz music, and I really liked it. I've always kind of had an appreciation for that kind of music. I kind of grew up listening to it. My dad would play it and turn it on when he would make dinner for us sometimes. So I've always liked music like that, but I guess I never gave myself the opportunity to listen to it on my own time or really deeply enjoy it besides just having it on in the background. That just made me think why have I not done this before? Why have I been keeping that from myself? And I guess it also helped me discover that I really love New Year's Eve. I've always thought that I really liked New Year's Eve. There's a couple reasons, but I kind of discovered that one of the reasons that I like it is because after the ball drops, they play Frank Sinatra, New York, New York, and I love that song. So I kind of made that my theme song for the new year. I listen to it pretty often, I would say. So I guess it was probably a few weeks after that. Sometimes I try and pick a word of the year to focus on. Not that I really stick to it or anything, but I couldn't really think of one this year, so I didn't pick one right away. And I actually wasn't even planning on picking one, and this kind of came to me. It was a few weeks after that when I was really kind of diving in more into different music and just getting settled back into my apartment after Christmas. I decided on the word discovery, and I was really happy with that. That word just made me excited to learn more about myself. I just thought it was so fun to learn. I'm 23, and I learned something new about myself, that I really loved that kind of music, and now I listen to it all around the house all the time. Sometimes I wonder if it was maybe I never thought that I would like it, or that it's not. I mean, most 23-year-olds don't listen to Frank Sinatra or Ray Charles or Nat King Cole. Those are just not common songs to listen to. But I like how it sounds, and I also like how it makes me feel. A lot of music nowadays it can be kind of crude. It's usually really sad. A lot of songs are about broken love, and I thankfully have never had broken love before, so I can't relate to it. So I would listen to it a little bit, but I just didn't like how it made me feel. And a lot of the songs from the 50s and 60s, and maybe even earlier than that, are all about love and pursuing love, and being in love is so fun that I just want music to fulfill me in that way, and I feel that era does. It makes love sound so fun and exciting and thrilling, and it is. So I like to have that kind of those lyrics and that sound to fill me up and almost kind of keep that fire of love alive, because now I listen to songs that remind me of the people that I love instead of songs that remind me of how sad I am or how sad it is being in the world and stuff like that. I feel so much more alive, and yeah, it's just really ignited a passion in me to keep learning things about myself. Another thing that I learned about myself, I saw there was a girl on TikTok who she was talking about how she found out that she had wavy hair. And I was looking at her hair and I was like, that's kind of what my hair looks like if I let it air dry. And I did a quick wavy hair test in the shower to see, and it was kind of wavy. And I had thought when I was younger, especially I think when I was in middle school, my hair just changed, and I didn't really know how to deal with it, so I just kind of ignored it, and then I started flat ironing my hair, and I've done that ever since. But it kind of made me excited, what if I can figure out how to make my hair wavy and make it look good? I have not gotten that far yet. I've tried some things and they haven't really worked. So far, it just no products have really worked for me. The waviest it's been is if I just let it air dry, so still working on that. But like just the thought of like embracing a new part of myself like that, it excited me and really thrilled me. So I was excited for that too. Okay, this is still like going along the lines of discovering myself, but I guess this is more like exterior discovery. I mean, I guess the wavy hair was exterior too, but I started getting into color analysis and my kibbe body type, and it's so interesting and so fun, especially the kibbe body type. I'm definitely gonna do some more videos on that because I've been having so much fun. Even just learning about like how women's bodies are and how they're so different and beautiful. I started listening to the audiobook of David Kibbe's book. I don't remember what it's called, but it's on Spotify. So I've been listening to that when I drive to and from work, and it's just so good. And he's so passionate about helping women like feel good about themselves and wearing clothes that flatter their body instead of kind of the other way around where like you're forcing your body into like certain trends and stuff that like might not suit you. And just the way he talks about his love for fashion and his love for helping women love themselves is just so encouraging, and I want to keep finding that out about myself too. So I've been really digging into that and paying attention to how clothes fit me and how they could fit me better and what features I like about myself. And even though there are things that I don't, like how can I learn to love them anyway and wear clothes that accentuate those features. So that's been really fun too. And I think even color analysis, that is making me rethink like everything I know about myself. Just because I feel like when I look at stuff, it's like I don't know like what color is my hair. That's been a struggle my whole life. I have no idea what color it is. Or like the undertones of your skin. I've always thought that I am cool toned. And then there's like the vein test that you can do where it's like if it's blue purple you're cool and if it's green you're warm. Well, I kind of like in my wrist it's like blue purple, and then up by my elbow it's like a little bit green. So I'm a little confused. I think I'm still cool toned, but I'm excited to keep learning about that and how I can incorporate that into my closet and how I can wear clothes that make me feel good and kind of along with the kibbe body type, like accentuate my features. And I feel like there's a bunch of other things too that I'm excited to discover about myself. Even like I'm trying to finish decorating my apartment. Like I don't really have much stuff on the walls, and there's just like a few things that I've wanted for a while that I haven't actually gotten for my apartment. So I think it's gonna be fun to discover, like for my room I don't have anything on my walls, and it's gonna be fun to discover kind of like a different style with my room. Just because it's like kind of gray, I feel like I have to use like some brighter colors to make my room pop, whereas when I lived at home my room was pink. So it was like the color of my room was the accent, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh. There's this lady outside my window. She's walking a chihuahua. She's wearing a metallic silver coat and these like sweatpants that are purple and have so much glitter on them. That just made me smile. Seems like she knows herself pretty well. Anyway, so I'm gonna do some more deep dive discovery on myself and what I enjoy and keep trying new things. I do think maybe part of what was keeping me from trying new things is that I'm an introvert, so I don't like to go out of my comfort zone very much. And what I think is interesting to me is like when I did go outside my comfort zone, it made me feel even more in my comfort zone than I was before. Because now like when I listen to music that I like, it makes me feel more myself and even more in my comfort zone and place where I like to be. Mentally, physically, emotionally, all that. So yeah, that's my self-discovery background on that, and I'm excited to keep pursuing that journey. I think it's gonna be so fun. I'm so excited to learn more about myself. And I really want this year to be the most me that I've ever been. So in some future videos, I'm gonna be exploring some more about the kibbe body types and color analysis. I'll probably start with the kibbe. In his book, he calls them the games. David Kibbe really emphasizes, okay, yeah, you could have an analyst figure out your body type for you. First of all, he's like, what's the fun in that? And second of all, he says that like you are going to be the best analyst you can have because you know yourself, your experiences have shaped you. They're seeing you as a very objective version of yourself, whereas you can see yourself personally subjectively. So I kind of like that approach. He actually really emphasized doing the DIY method, but he wants you to follow exactly the games that he has outlined for that, since he literally created it and he's like our guide through the whole thing. So I think I'm going to document some of the games. I've already started some of them. I know he says we're supposed to do them in order, but I've done them a little in order, kind of. But I've already discovered something about myself through those games that was like unanticipated. It's not even related to my body or fashion at all. It's just that I love old Hollywood movies. That was one of his games, is that he wants us to watch old Hollywood movies so we can look at the old style fashion and how the fashion in movies was so purposeful to accentuate their features. And I just discovered that, like, yeah, the fashion is great and I love that, but the movies are so good. The first one I watched was Stormy Weather. That was really good. I actually had seen clips of that before. I took a dance class and we watched because it has like tap dance routines in it. And then the next one I watched was an Audrey Hepburn movie, Breakfast at Tiffany's. So good. I would watch it again. Yeah, her acting was so good. The storyline was so cute. It was like a rom-com. But it was like a different kind of rom-com. I liked it. I really liked it. I would watch it again. It made me want to watch another Audrey Hepburn movie, so I'll probably pick another one of hers the next movie that I watch, which hopefully is tonight. So, okay. I think that's that. Future videos will be probably on the kibbe body type games. So, I'm excited to really dive deep into that. So, alright. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.